Hello students, today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is analysis of cables. This chapter is relatively easy in the 4th unit different chapters, and at least one problem appears in the examination, so please go through this very carefully and try to solve as many problems as you can by yourself of this topic. Now, what is a cable? We must have seen the bridges consisting of the cable. When the span in between the bridges is very large, the cables are used for the additional support for the bridges, and in such a fashion. Similarly, cables are used in the ropeways. On many forts, we have seen the ropeway consisting of cable car, and the the cable cars are suspended with the help of cable. So like Raigad ropeway, or in many hill stations like Mahabaleshwar, or in Himachal Pradesh, we know so many cable cars. So that is another application of the cables. So these cables can be subjected to uniformly distributed load or the point loads. For our syllabus, the cables suspended by only the point loads will be considered. So whenever you come across a cable problem, it's a typical problem. So we'll see how the problem will be solved. So how to solve a cable problem? Typically, the problem of the cable will be in this such a fashion that there will be two hinge supports at both the ends of cable. Cable will be subjected to the point loads W1, W2, W3 and so on. Most of the times your problems will consist of 2 point loads or 3 point loads maximum. Then the horizontal distances between the support and the loads will be given A, B, C, D, and the dips in the cable due to the point loads, that is YB, YC and YD, will be there. One of the dips in the cable, that is either YB, YC or YD, will be given in the problem, and our task will be to find the reactive components at A and E, to find the tensions in each segment of the cable like AB, BC, CD, DE, and to find the remaining two. So for example, YB is given, we have to find YC and YD. Not all unknowns will be asked in the problem. Whatever unknowns are asked, we have to find out those unknowns. But most of the times the given components will be the horizontal distances, the vertically downwards point loads, and one of the dips in the cables. These will be the points which will be given in the problem, and other unknowns we have to find out. Now there are a few assumptions when we are doing the analysis of cable. So that is, first is cable is perfectly flexible and inextensible. That means the length of the cable will not be changed under the action of the load, and the cable is flexible. That means it will change the shape according to the suspensions of the load. The cable has a constant length before and after the load is applied, which is same as the previous, that is it is inextensible. The geometry of the cable remains fixed after the loads have been applied. That means the diameter of the cable will not change. The weight of the cable is comparatively small and hence neglected. And the tensile force in the cable is directed along the cable. So whatever the tensions are there in the cable will be acting actually, like from tension in between AB will be acting actually along the AB. Similarly for BC, CD and DE. So how do I solve this problem? First of all, we have to draw the free body diagram of the entire cable. So there will be the reaction at A. That reaction will have two components, AX and AY. There will be reaction at E, components EX and EY. Then the given point loads will be acting W1, W2 and W3. Then we show the tension actually along the parts of the cable T1, T2, T3 and T4. and one of the YB, YC and YD will be given to you. Now if we observe that how many reaction components are there, 2 hinge support, 2 reaction components each, so 4 unknown reactions will be there, but we have only 3 conditions of equilibrium. That means we can only find 3 reactions out of this. So first we apply the conditions of equilibrium to the entire cable. With that we can find out the values of AY and EY or a few values, and then we apply wherever the dip is given. For example, YC is given, then I take the moments about point C, and if I take the moment about point C and I'll consider either part ABC of the cable or CDE of the cable, and then find the remaining unknowns. When we are going to solve the problems, it will be more clear to you. Then we can find angle theta 1, theta 2, theta 3, theta 4 once we know the values of YB, YD and so on. But note that the tension in AB will be same as the reaction at A, because at A, if the point A needs to be in equilibrium, RA and tension in AB should be equal and opposite. So if you find out RA, we'll automatically note tension in AB. Similarly, if I know RE, I'll automatically know the tension in DE. I can easily find out the value of angle theta 1 by applying tan theta 1 is equals to AY upon AX. Same will be here for the cable. Similarly, I can easily find out the value of angle theta 4. Just go through this once again. Now we'll solve one problem related to the cable. So whatever explanation I have given you in the previous slides will be more clear to you. Determine tension in each segment of the cable as shown in figure. Now the cable is given, the horizontal distances in between the point loads is given 3 meter, 5 meter, 8 meter and 2 meter. Point loads are 4 kilonewton, 15 kilonewton and 3 kilonewton at B, C and D. And the dip at point C is given as 12 meters. So as I previously told you, the point loads are given, the horizontal distances are given, and one of the vertical distance is also given over here. So we'll proceed with the steps as I earlier mentioned. First, to find the reactive forces. So draw the free body diagram of the entire cable system. So there will be at point A there will be 2 reactions AX and AY. At point E there will be 2 reactions EX and EY. The net reaction will be RA and RE. Then point loads will be shown as it is, and then tensions in the segments of the cable as T1, T2, T3 and T4 is shown. So this is the FBD of the entire cable. This is the typical FBD. You have to draw the same FBD for all the problems. Now first we apply summation of Fx equals to 0. With that I will get Ax is equals to Ex. One more thing that you need to remember is always point the reactions away from the support. That is RE will be acting away from point E, RA will be acting away from point E. Now apply summation of Fy equals to 0. So I'll get AY plus EY minus 4 minus 15 minus 3 equals to 0. So I'll get the value AY plus EY is equals to 22. Now I apply summation of moments about point A equals to 0. With this I see that this Ex is at the same level as Ax, and hence there will not be any movement of Ex with respect to point A. only moments will be 4, 15, 3 kilonewton and the reaction component EY. So take the moment about it, EY multiplied by 18, it is a clockwise movement, minus 4 multiplied by 3 minus 15 multiplied by 8 minus 3 multiplied by 16 equals to 0. If I solve this equation, I'll get the value of EY as 10. From equation 2, I know that AY plus EY is 22. So with that, I'll get AY is equals to 12 kilonewton. Both are acting upwards. Now, to find the horizontal components of this reactions. Now, what is given YC? That is the distance between the support and point C is given, that is 12 meters. So if I consider C, D, E part of the cable, right hand side part of the cable, if I take moments about point C, what are forces are acting on point C? The tension T2, tension T3, 15 kilonewton. All the forces will have zero moment with respect to point C. The moments of other forces are 3 kilonewton, EY that we have already found out, and EX. Take the moments, only unknown will be the reaction component EX. So EY multiplied by 10 minus EX multiplied by 12. This dip is 12 meter. Hence the perpendicular distance between C and EX will be 12 meter. Into 3 multiplied by 8. This is again a clockwise movement, that is equals to 0. So here we know the value of EY from the previous equation. I substitute the value of EY and I'll get the value of EX as 6.33 kilonewton. It is in the right hand side, and opposite AX will be the same, that is 6.33 kilonewton acting towards the left. This way we find out all the reactive forces in the cable. So can I find out value of RA and RE, that is net reaction, by using AX, AY, EX and EY? Correct? So that we are going to do it. So tension T1 will be same as your RA, that is equals to AX square plus AY square, that is equals to 13.59 kilonewton. Similarly, I can find out the tension in T4, that is same as RE. It is coming out to be 11.835 kilonewton. Similarly, find the values of theta 1 AY upon AX, values of theta 4 EY upon EX. Now, you can find the value of theta 2 by the geometry. Similarly, you can find the value of theta 3 by the geometry. It is given in the previous slide. So, you can again go through that slide and just go through how to find out theta 2 and theta 3 by using the geometry. Now, apply the Lami's theorem to point C and find out the tensions in TBC and TCD by using the Lami's theorem. With this, you will get the values of the tensions in the cable. T1 and T4 you can find out directly by using the reactive components, and then the remaining T2 and T3, that is TBC and TCD, you can find out by using the Lami's theorem. Okay, just go through the problem once again. Try to understand the problem.